Hi everybody, I hope you all are in good health, and in today's video you will understand the concept of revenue curves in monopoly form of market. In the previous video I have explained you the shape of revenue curves in perfect competition. Now perfect competition and monopoly are two completely opposite market forms. Like we have seen that in perfect competition there were large number of buyers and sellers, and the firms were selling homogeneous products, and the firm in perfectly competitive market is price taker firm, whereas in contrast in monopoly form of market the firm is price maker and there is single seller. As we can see here that in order to sell more units, a firm has to reduce the price of its product. Therefore the shape of demand curve for the firm, which is AR curve also, is downward sloping, inverse relation between price and quantity. As you can see here that as output increases, price falls. Total revenue, which is price times quantity, is initially increasing but at a decreasing rate. Then it becomes maximum, and after that it starts falling. Average revenue is the same as price, and marginal revenue represents change in total revenue, and it is continuously falling. Now, as we can see here, the shape of average and marginal revenue curves, both average and marginal revenue are downward sloping in case of monopoly, but marginal revenue is less than average revenue. This is in sharp contrast to what we have seen in case of perfect competition. In case of perfect competition, marginal revenue and AR, they both were equal because the firm is price taker in case of perfect competition, whereas in case of monopoly the firm is price maker firm. Whenever a monopolist firm decides to produce more in order to sell each additional unit, it has to reduce the price of the product, and this reduction in price will lead to fall, or basically will lead to a cut in its total revenue. This fall in price will is not applicable to a single unit but for all the previous units which were sold by the firm. So overall there will be a cut or reduction in revenue of the firm. So as we can see here, like in this case, when 4 units are sold, like 1, 2, 3, 4, so all these units were sold at $7, whereas if the firm decides to sell like 5 units, then it has to reduce the price to $6. 3, 4, and one more, 6. So by selling 7 units, its total revenue is 28, and by selling 6 units, its total revenue is 30. Now this change is obviously 2. If you look carefully here, what we can observe is that when the firm is selling 5 units at a price of $6, earlier the same unit, like till 4th unit, it was charging $7. Now it is 6. That means overall a loss of $1 in each case by selling each unit. So that means whenever the firm decides that it will be selling more and it will be reducing the price, this is applicable to all the previous units. Like in this case, this price of $6 is applicable to all the units 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5th unit. So therefore marginal revenue for the firm is always less than average revenue, and overall we can see that the total loss for the firm here is $4 and not only $1. One is for like one particular unit, but overall there is a loss of $4 in total if the firm is selling uh, each unit now at a price of $6 as compared to the earlier price. Now this is how we could sum up this relationship between total revenue, marginal revenue and average revenue curves. Total revenue increases at decreasing rate, though it is increasing, like we can see here that TR is increasing 10, 18, 24, but at a decreasing rate. unlike perfect competition, where total revenue used to increase at a constant rate. Then AR and MR both are falling. When TR is maximum and constant, at this point, total revenue is maximum and constant, maximum and constant at this point. Marginal revenue at this point is 0. MR is 0 at this point. And when TR falls, after this point, let us name this point as A. So after this point, when TR falls, MR is negative. So this is all about the shape of revenue curves in monopoly form of market.